Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'll be talking about how to raise fast cash. These days, it seems like everyone needs more cash. Unemployment is skyrocketing, especially in the United States. The economy is poor and finding a job in this market is harder than ever. Fortunately, there's one way to make quick money that doesn't require you to have an extra outstanding resume or any type of cash investment or any extremely specialized skills. All you need is a computer, an internet connection, and a decent grasp of the internet marketing operation. The following video series assumes you don't have a mailing list, don't have a lot of capital, and you don't have a lot of time. And you'll be given top 4 ways to raise emergency cash quick: JV brokering, freelancing, sell your stuff, brokering solo ads. First of all, JV brokering. JV stands for joint venture. As a JV broker, you're a connector. You connect people with products or services to people who have customers, subscribers, and traffic, and you take a percentage of the revenue created from that connection. Being a JV broker can be very advantageous. You don't need your own product, customers, or a mailing list. You don't need a fully automated website with all the works. You don't need to purchase anything. All you need to do is learn how to locate complementary businesses, introduce them to each other, and negotiate a deal between them. You become the middleman. For doing this, you get a percentage of the sales. Often a JV broker will be hired by a business that has either a product, service, or a customer base that could be better monetized. That business owner will be seeking partners who have a customer base that's targeted to their product or service. Likewise, the person or business with a customer base will be seeking products and services related to their customers' interests so they can market them to their customers. And this is where a JV broker comes in. You'll be hired by either of these two partner types in order to connect them with each other to create successful and profitable joint ventures. And upon successfully bringing both sides together, you'll be paid a pre-negotiated percentage of sales. Freelancing. Now, what's freelancing? Freelancing's probably the best way you can make some fast cash online. A freelancer sells skills and services online. It requires virtually no setup at all. As a freelancer, you don't have to spend any money to make money. Finding work is pretty simple unless you're expecting to get paid $100 an hour, and most people have some skills that can translate into cash. Skills like writing, designing, voiceover, and more. Later on in this video, I'll be teaching you a couple of ways you can become a freelancer, and you'll be surprised at the amazing possibilities and potential you can sell your skills and services online for that quick cash you can't wait to make. Sell your stuff. I'll be teaching you how to make money by selling your stuff on the internet. I bet you've heard of eBay, right? eBay.com is one of the largest e-commerce sites around. It's an online auction and shopping website in which people and businesses buy and sell a broad variety of goods and services worldwide. This video series will guide you through step by step to sign up on your own eBay account, teach you what to sell, and also how to sell them for good money. Brokering solo ads. First of all, let me explain to you what a solo ad is. A solo ad is a form of advertisement that's sent out to an entire portion of an email subscriber list. The process is pretty simple. Some internet marketers will accept payment in exchange for sending an email you have written to their mailing list. People buy solo ads to either make sales, collect emails or names to build your own list, or do both. And as a solo ads broker, your job is pretty similar as a JV broker. You're connecting a particular party who's looking to advertise its product or service to a list of subscribers, together with another party who has an existing relevant mailing list with subscribers that are potential buyers. This video series will teach you how to find clients and connect to solo ads, vendors, as well as giving you a list of websites that you can join to find clients. Ultimately, this video series is specially designed for people like you, people who need money now and can't wait for some business opportunity to work itself out. With that being said, let's get into the substantive content. In the next hour and a half of this video series, you'll learn great ways to make money online in a short amount of time and without risking any large investments in the process. But remember, always keep a cool head, stay calm, and focus on execution and less on your problems. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, we're going to talk about what is joint venture and why do JV brokering. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, what is joint venture? A joint venture, or JV, is a formal arrangement between two or more firms to create a new business for the purpose of carrying out some kind of mutually beneficial activity, often related to business expansion, especially new product and/or market development. Partnerships and joint ventures can be similar, but in fact can have significantly different implications for those involved. A partnership usually involves a continuing long-term business relationship, whereas a joint venture is based on a single business project. Parties enter joint ventures to gain individual benefits, usually a share of the project objective. This may be to develop a product or intellectual property rather than joint or collective profits, as is the case with a general or limited partnership. A joint venture, like a general partnership, is not a separate legal entity. Revenues, expenses, and asset ownership usually flow through the joint venture to the participants, since the joint venture itself has no legal status. Once the joint venture has met its goals, the entity ceases to exist. Joint venture marketing can prove to be extremely beneficial for almost any business owner. It's a great way to join forces with other businesses and build mutually beneficial relationships both within and outside of your industry. While there are a number of good reasons to consider joint venture marketing, there are three basic reasons that truly outline the main goals and purpose of every joint venture marketing opportunity. They include combining resources, gaining opportunities, and maximizing profit. Combining resources. When entering into a joint venture marketing agreement, one of the greatest benefits will be gaining access to additional resources. By partnering with another business or business owner, you'll ultimately be combining your resources to make this joint venture work. That means the possibility of more funds, more visibility, and thus more business. You will both especially benefit from sharing each other's lists, allowing you to instantly double, possibly triple your potential customer base. As an intelligent business owner and strategic marketer, you probably already know all too well the importance of a quality list and have the experience of building your own. A joint venture marketing agreement is a great way for the parties involved to take some of the work out of building a list and allowing more time to focus on building your actual business. Gaining opportunities. With joint venture marketing, you'll not only gain a strategic business partner, but you'll also gain business opportunities that you may otherwise never have had. For instance, combining resources may provide you with the opportunity to purchase more expensive advertisements, and more expensive advertisements may lead to a larger pool of potential customers due to greater visibility and distribution. You'll also gain the opportunity to reach members of your partner's list, a valuable tool and resource with built-in credibility. You'll have the advantage of reaching people that already know and trust your partner and/or their message. It's a domino effect. Just as one investment leads to another, so does opportunity. This may also be an opportunity to build strong professional relationships. Building relationships within your field with both clients and your peers is extremely important and a key ingredient to success. The more others trust you, the more likely they're going to do business with you, and that's an opportunity you never want to miss. Maximizing profit. The goal of every business is to make money, so by default, when you join two businesses together, the ultimate goal is, well, to make more money. By combining resources, you'll gain the opportunity to reach a greater audience. And when you reach a greater audience, you'll have the automatic potential to increase your customer base and maximize profit. You see, it's all interconnected, and you want to be successful, and so does every other business owner out there. So why not join forces to make that happen? Joint venture marketing gives you and your peers the opportunity to work together with a common goal in mind. Whether you offer complementary services or sell similar products, a joint venture marketing plan can and will help bring you and your partner success. JV brokerage is one of the easiest and fastest ways to make money online. Being a JV broker can be very advantageous. You don't need your own product, customers, or a mailing list. You don't need a fully automated website with all the works. You don't need to purchase anything. All you need to do is learn how to locate complementary businesses, introduce them to each other, and negotiate a deal between them. You become the middleman. For doing this, you get a percentage of the sales. JV brokering requires a deep network of contacts. They are, after all, the people who will make things possible. Without them, the idea, no matter how grand and rewarding, will most certainly sink before it could even take flight. Meeting people and building great relationships with them is a must for this business. Hence, good public relation skills are a necessity for anyone who wants to try this profession. JV brokering also requires a creative mind and a keen eye for the industry. Here are some simple steps you could take if you want to start out with JV brokering. Find possible JV partners. You can do this by building good relationships with the people you've dealt with and are dealing with currently. They are commodities for your success in this field. If you're just starting out, then you can invest some time in specialized forums and continue to brand yourself as a credible player in the industry. Soon enough, you'll have a workable list of contacts. Ask them if they're open to joint venturing opportunities. If they say no, be thoughtful and polite and ask why. Learn all you can from each opportunity you pursue. Educate them on the process. As soon as you find someone who's interested, spend time with them and educate them on the process of joint venturing. Learn how things work. Learn what they're able to do. Learn what they're willing to do. There may be things that they may want to do but can't yet. Try to select the perfect people for the job. The bigger your network is, the more options you'll have. Learn what they're able to do. Learn what they're willing to do. Your job as a successful JV broker is to really know those you are bringing together. Discover their strengths, know their weaknesses. These will all play a very important part towards the success of each joint venture. Present to them the draft of your plan and invite them to hop aboard the joint venture you're planning. Once all the participants have been notified, try to present a fair and reasonable profit-sharing scheme that will make everybody happy. In conclusion, joint venture brokerage is a highly versatile business, which can be run on a part or full-time basis and can produce significant profits for those who take time to learn the necessary skills and apply them. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, we're going to talk about how to structure your offer in JV brokering. However, before you get into structuring your offer, you might want to know what a JV partner often looks for. Let's get started. First and foremost, allow me to brief you on what's a JV partnership. A joint venture partnership with an established internet marketer is the quickest avenue to success for the novice internet marketer or for an individual who's created a product or service but has never done any internet marketing. Partnering with an established marketer gives a newbie instant credibility and access to the best market for his product, service, or idea. When approaching an established internet marketer with a joint venture proposal, an individual should realize that there are three main things that the marketer will evaluate when determining whether to accept your joint venture proposal. And here are the things that a JV partner will look for. Product quality. Product quality will be considered and looked at very carefully and from every angle. The successful internet marketer is not going to recommend an inferior product or service to its members of the list. It has put a great deal of time and effort into establishing himself as a reliable and dependable provider of information. An inferior product or service could undo all his hard work. Check what you're offering to make sure it's of highest quality possible and that it delivers what's promised. Market and demand. Market and demand for the product or service has been well established. You must have done your research and be able to prove to him that there is a market as well as a demand for the product or service you're selling. No matter how great your new buggy whip might be, there just won't be a market for it and no demand either. What you're selling needs to be relevant to today's marketplace. Sales letter. How persuasive your sales letter is written will be the final determining factor. Even if you have a high-quality product or service for which you have established that there is a market and a demand, if your sales letter is weak, the established internet marketer will not bother with you. And now we've come to options for structuring your offer. There are two options for you to choose from, which are 20% brokering fee and a one-time flat fee. You might be wondering which one to choose or which one's better for you. Don't worry, let me explain it to you. 20% brokering fee means that you ask for a 20% commission from every sale of the product or service. Of course, you can always negotiate on the percentage with your partners to achieve a win-win situation. But note that you are not the only broker. People always manage to find a substitute of you who would offer a reasonable price. Communicate with both sides of your partner to achieve a balance that makes everyone happy. Next is the one-time flat fee. This means that you only offer once with a flat price. However, we don't recommend this offer unless you're really desperate to raise money. This is because a one-time flat price doesn't offer a long-run benefit to you. You're only being paid once even when the sales are still going on. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, we're going to talk about where to find JVs, but before that, I'd like to let you know your role as a broker in joint venture. Without further ado, let's dive on in. Your role as a joint venture broker would be look for hidden or underutilized assets within a company, create marketing opportunities that are either unrealized or unrecognized, exploit customer lists that are not maximized, recognize relationships that can be optimized. The role of the joint venture broker changes depending upon the nature of the joint venture. The joint venture broker might be a person who finds joint venture partners, or it might be a person who sets up the deal. In either case, the joint venture broker is compensated for his or her role by taking a percentage of the profits. Joint venture brokering isn't a difficult concept to understand. Just imagine an orchestra. Surely such an ensemble wouldn't be able to play marvelous music without the conductor, right? The conductor simply brings all the band members together and instructs them how to proceed with the masterpiece. The conductor doesn't have to play any musical instruments. He just needs a good working knowledge of music. The kind of joint ventures you can arrange are as unlimited as your imagination. A car dealer can offer a free dinner at a local restaurant to anyone who comes in for a test drive. Both the restaurant and the car dealer get more customers to come through their doors and add potentially to their customer list. The sporting goods store forms a relationship with the health club or gym, each sending the other customers for fitness and equipment purchases. The electricity company agrees to include an ad for an appliance dealer in its next billing letter, reaching every utility user in the region. The electricity company is happy because they reduce their cost of mailing because the appliance dealer pays a small fee for each insert. The appliance dealer is happy because they piggyback on the electricity company, gain access to all their customers, and with less cost than conducting a mailing from scratch. Joint venture brokering appeals to many entrepreneurs because it offers a way to earn really good money without having to create your own product, without having to set up and implement any marketing strategies. Although for some types of joint ventures, a knowledge of marketing is essential, and more often than not without having to invest anything financially. The joint venture broker essentially determines the type of resource the client needs and works with the client to determine what can be offered to joint venture partners who have those resources. The joint venture broker then works out how to present the offer to joint venture partners so that they see the offer as a win-win-win situation. The three wins are a win for the client, a win for the joint venture partner, and a win for the customers as well. Approaching potential joint venture partners in just the right way is vital to the outcome of the joint venture. The joint venture broker's role is to assist the client when trying to convince people who have never heard of the client to enter into a joint venture deal through a well-crafted joint venture proposal. The joint venture broker has already determined what a potential joint venture partner can gain from the deal. Having done their research, they know who needs what resources and how to find others to provide those resources. And now we've come to places to find JVs, and here are my recommendations: Muncheye, Launcher.com, Warrior Plus, JVZoo. Allow me to explain briefly each one of them. Muncheye is the most comprehensive IM launch calendar on the planet, used by over 3,000 of your potential affiliates and JV partners who are actively looking to promote offers like yours. However, the competition is huge, with thousands of launches appearing on Muncheye each year. The Muncheye advertising packages make your launch stand out and reach more affiliates. So how does Muncheye work? Select any days you'd like your listing to be featured. Each featured day is only $50, and if you buy 5 days, you get 2 days free and save $100. Book early to avoid losing your spot to other vendors. Only a limited number of listings can be featured each day. You can buy up to 14 days at a time, and most vendors buy at least 3 days, usually on days running up to the launch, as the sooner affiliates become aware of your launch, the more likely they are to promote. If you wish to purchase a featured spot for more than 14 days, please just order additional days in a separate order. Launcher. On Launcher, you get your own personal and private installation of web applications like WordPress for evaluation, testing, and training. You can share your installations with other users or even share your own custom solutions. Launcher is offering a free account, no credit card required to register, no strings attached. It is great as well to put up your own commercial products and services. How does Launcher work? If you want to use a web application, you first have to sign up or log in. This is required because Launcher is offering personal installations. You can select from the list of products and solutions and get your own installation with a simple click on Launch Now. After a few seconds, the application is installed and ready to be used. And yes, it is as simple as that. In case you want to share your own product or solution on Launcher, you can very easily create your own installation template with the help of a visual editor we call the Sequence Editor. The drag-and-drop web interface requires no programming skills. However, you might need some knowledge about how to set up the product. Warrior Plus. WarriorPlus.com is an all-in-one Warrior Special Offer WSO management system that handles every aspect of WSO marketing. The Warrior Plus is the only tool on the market that makes running a WSO marketing campaign easier than ever. A Warrior Special Offer can be a product, a service, a subscription, or a membership. These offers are usually found in the Warrior Special Offer section on warriorforum.com. When offers are posted in that section, it signifies that those offers are something worth checking out. The Warrior Plus system will automatically send out files, membership information, license codes, and activation codes to customers that purchase your WSO. Within the Warrior Plus system, members can set up auto deliveries, update quantities, set quantity limitations, place Buy It Now buttons on their WSO page, and change the prices of their WSOs from an easy-to-use interface. Users can even base their price change on the quantity of sales that they have made. JVZoo. JVZoo is a marketing platform for digital products. They make it easier for sellers to promote, list, and sell their products, and give affiliate marketers some great digital products to promote. They have a huge marketplace with all sorts of digital products to promote. No matter what niche you are in, JVZoo has you covered. They have 21 different categories to choose from with hundreds of digital products on offer. JVZoo is for the makers of digital products as well as affiliate marketers who are looking to promote these products on their websites and blogs. There are many other digital marketplaces on the internet today, but I really like JVZoo. You might need to sort through their products to find a good one, but there are some really great products available on JVZoo. You will be sure to find something that would do well within your niche. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, we're going to talk about how to contact your product vendors before they launch. Before we dive into contacting vendors, allow me to brief you on some responsibilities you should know about vendors. A vendor is a business or individual that sells a product or provides certain services to another business or individual. Vendor responsibilities grow out of fundamental ethical consideration, such as an obligation to keep your word and provide what you say you're providing. Customers are more likely to continue doing business with a vendor who takes responsibility and stands behind his products than one who is evasive and fails to deliver what he promises. Quality. Vendors are responsible for the quality of the products they provide. Although some products are designed with an eye on price more than quality, every product must at least meet minimum quality standards that are consistent with its price. For example, a manufacturer of a cheap brand of olive oil cannot be expected to provide olive oil whose quality is comparable to that of an artesian olive oil. However, he can be expected to provide an olive oil that is not rancid and is of sufficient quality for basic cooking. Punctuality. Vendors are responsible for providing the products they offer in a time frame that is consistent with the expectations they create. A vendor who fails to deliver a product on time can create trouble for business customers whose sales depend on the promised materials. A vendor who is late in delivering a product to a private customer can cause inconvenience or waste his customer's time. Honesty. The responsibility of a vendor to be honest with his customers extends from his claims about his product's effectiveness to her billing practices. Vendors should never make false claims about the materials in products or about their own qualifications for providing these products. In addition, vendors should refrain from overcharging customers and should provide exactly the products and services that the customer has ordered, unless they specify that these items are no longer available and offer comparable alternatives. Sometimes choosing a supplier or vendor is as simple as asking a friend who they use in their business. Other times you need to go through a formal selection process. To make sure the vendor you choose is the best to provide service or product your clients need as you are the broker, use these 5 steps below as a guide. Document your organization's need. Before you can do any kind of selection of the potential vendors to provide the service to your client, you must document in detail. This will help you out greatly later on when you look through your notes and the vendor material you realize that their offerings are not the same. When you meet with potential vendors, you need to be able to judge what they can do for you against what you need them to do and make sure there's a good match. Identify the potential sources. Whatever service or item it is you need to provide, your best step is to do your own research and identify which organization seems to do the best job in supplying what you need. Once you've done that, contact each vendor by phone and/or by email and state your needs that you would like them to participate in your selection process. Understand that if this is a fairly small dollar item, they won't be too interested in going through a lot of effort and resource hours and dollars to acquire your business. Initial vendor discussions. This is where your potential service providers come to your site and present their offers, also to discuss how they are going to meet your needs. They need to sell you on why they are the best provider. Typically, it is ideal if you can select up to 8 to 10 vendors to participate initially. Weed out vendors. And now you might find out that several vendors just don't quite cut it. They have an offering somewhere in the ballpark, but based either on price or specifics of service, they're just not going to be able to meet your needs. This is where you weed those providers out. Final vendor round. This is the final chance for each of the finalists to make their offer stick and to win your client. Have a final discussion with them separately on price and their offerings. Now is the time you may want to get even more specific about your commission. You're looking for ways to pick the best vendor both in terms of price and service. I'm sure that you would want a win-win-win situation for both of your clients. Last but not least, let's have some tips on how to manage your vendors. Here are 2 things to consider that will help you efficiently collaborate with your vendor team. Understand vendor roles. Vendor responsibilities can vary from business to business, so it's not safe to just assume that everyone knows their role. Instead, it's important to clarify and be aware when assigning tasks. Knowing your role and the role of the other vendors will help avoid duplicate efforts and prevent stepping on each other's toes. Expand your network. Knowing the people you are working with is a great opportunity to expand networks and grow your business as a broker. Building relationships with other vendors helps bring awareness to your company and assists you in expanding the scope of your business. Once you build your core vendor relationships and begin to refer businesses to each other, your circle of referrals will grow exponentially. You'll start getting more and more repeat business, but of course, to get repeat business, you must provide a good traffic for them at first. Teaming up with vendors and working together can also create better pricing for yourself. With the rise of social media, expanding your network and building in-person relationships with other vendors can translate into having more hands sharing your work online. The more efficiently you work with other vendors, the greater chances are that you'll be able to grow your business as a broker and increase your revenue. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'll be talking about the types of freelancing you can do to earn fast cash. What is freelancing? Freelancing's probably the best way that you can make some fast cash online. It's completely legal and effective because you're selling your skills in service. It requires virtually no setup at all. You can do this even without a website. All you need to do is get yourself a payment processor so that you can accept payments online. Okay, let me explain the concept of freelancing with an example. Let's say you have a friend who knows that you can come up with some pretty cool website designs. You've been doing this for a while, but you never thought of doing this for the purpose of making money. So your friend emails you one day and asks if you'd design a website for him. He says he wants to put up a site for doing comic book sales. Then he says the magic words, "I'll pay you." Now think about this. You don't have your own website advertising your service as a web designer. You've done no advertising. You've done nothing but respond to an email asking for your help. And the person's willing to pay you for it. That's really all freelancing is. There are millions of people out there who need to have various odds and ends jobs done for them. They're willing to pay for this service. All you got to do is go to where these people are, find out what they want, and offer them your service. Yes, it's that simple. Okay, so the question is, what are you going to freelance? There are many opportunities on the internet that will allow you to render your services for a fee. Whatever it is you're good at, there are always people who need what you can provide. These opportunities are collectively known as freelancing. It's very easy to do some freelancing work on the internet. The entire world is your market. In the pages to come, we'll be discussing these 5 freelancing opportunities that can provide you with a stable income, the amount of which may even rival the salary you receive from your day job. Confused about where you can find work? This report will tell you where to source out some clients, enumerating specific places where you can find some projects, places which are proven, and places which are brimming with potential clients. It will ensure a great start for your freelancing career, and it will share some tips and tricks that'll help you to compete with the pros. Writing. The easiest way to make cash as a freelancer is through writing. All you need to have is a pretty decent command of the English language, including the proper use of spelling, punctuation, and grammar. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be decent enough. Freelance writers make about $3 to $10 per article for web content. I know $3 probably doesn't sound like a lot of money, but with practice, you could easily produce a couple of articles per hour, which would earn you a minimum of $10 or more per hour. That's not bad at all, considering you can do it from home or anywhere at all, and you don't have to fill out a job application or sit through an interview. It's one of the easiest ways to making some quick cash. Plus, as you go along the way, you build a reputation, come out with a portfolio of sample writing, and get some testimonials. You can increase the price you charge for your writing. You could easily be earning $6 to $10 per article in no time. That would mean you would be making $30 to $50 per hour. That's definitely not bad. Graphic design. Similar to freelance writing, freelance graphic design work is a great way to make quick money online. You can get paid anywhere from $10 for an advertising banner up to a few $100s for a complex website design. If you're really good, you can get higher prices than normal, especially once you get some testimonials. You'll need a website where you can showcase samples of your work. You can send potential clients to your website to see your work, check out your prices, and contact you if they want to hire you. For now, I'm going to assume that you don't have any prior experience to freelance graphic design. So in that case, it's essential that you begin by accumulating items to put in your portfolio, which you will show prospective clients. At a minimum, you will want to create the following objects. 1, an ebook cover. 2, a banner. 3, a small business logo. 4, a payment button. Remember, since all of your work is likely to be used for commercial purposes, it's critical to use stock photos and photos that are in the public domain. Otherwise, you could be violating someone's copyright. Once you've created a small portfolio of items that are sufficiently attractive and well-polished, it's time to begin marketing your work through various channels. Technical work. Site setup, WordPress. You can also make some quick cash by offering your skills in some technical work like website setup or WordPress setup and design. There are businesses where the owners have no skill or knowledge at all in technical work, and as such, they're willing to pay those skillful ones to solve their problem. And there are also clients who have too much to handle and are just looking for extra help to take care of their site's maintenance and development. You can offer your service from simply setting up a website to selling a WordPress maintenance package to your clients. We're talking about offering a monthly WordPress maintenance package to your clients. There are plenty of small and mid-level organizations with no internal web team. They've got websites they outsource, and details like security and backups are a constant worry. WordPress needs to be kept up to date, and too often clients don't bother. Then you get that panicked call about a hacked site. Or some kind of oops makes it disappear. They want you to bring it back right now, but they never paid you to set up any kind of backup system. Or themes and plugins need to be updated, but that simple click breaks something and a client needs immediate help. You take care of the details and your client doesn't sweat it. To you, they're relatively minor issues, often automated and simple, but to your clients, they're business-stopping nightmares. Voiceover jobs are a growth industry now with so many websites wanting audio. For years, there's been a need for people to record audio for ebooks, videos, and more. You would be chosen for how your voice sounds, and you'd simply have to record a short script. This makes it a good side job for those who are looking for some fast, easy cash. The recordings can be done at home easily enough, and you're literally paid just to speak. As a voiceover artist, you can literally pick and choose your own hours. When you accept a voiceover job, you commit to doing the work by a certain time and date. All you have to do is have the recordings back to the company by that time and date. Apart from that, how and when you choose to do the work is entirely up to you. You can still work a day job and pick up voiceover freelance jobs to work on any other time. Getting paid for voiceover jobs can happen in a number of ways, but usually the money is simply deposited in your bank account and a set number of days after you've passed the recording over to the client. If you have PayPal, then it's a very common way to be paid for any online work. So it's worthwhile setting yourself up with a PayPal account the soonest. There's no charge for a PayPal account. Virtual assistant. Another easy way to raise some cash fast is to work as a virtual assistant. In short, you will be working as an administrative assistant, but through online. Generally, this means doing tasks like record keeping, database entry, and other repetitive tasks. Sometimes there are clients that are looking for something like submitting links to directories or managing an affiliate program. Most businesses today, whether big or small, are accepting the idea of having virtual assistants. This lessens the workload on the company and is cheaper than having to create a whole department to take on the same tasks. Virtual assistance is fast becoming a popular option for many. The following are some basic skills that most virtual assistants are expected to have. Word processing skills. Because a lot of the work involves word processing, such as data entry, typing, and other online documentations, the word processing knowledge will come in handy. Computer skills. The very nature of the job requires the extensive use of the computer, thus the need to become computer conversant. Being able to handle the more popular software and applications is also a prerequisite when it comes to available skills. Strong communication skills. This is also another necessity when it comes to the capabilities listed for virtual assistants. Being able to communicate effectively and accurately, both verbally as well as in writing, is very important, as a lot of the communication needs to be explicit and understood on all levels. Strong writing skills. The bulk of the work is done through emails and faxes. Therefore, there's a need to be well-versed in writing skills in order to execute the requirements of the job well. Proofreading material is also something that is expected as part of the job requirement. Strong management skills. This will come in handy when there is a need to coordinate several different elements at any given time. These areas may include the advertising aspect, the marketing side, and perhaps even the public relations platform of the business. If you need immediate payment, you should look for one-time small jobs. Put in a low bid and offer to work around the clock until you complete it. If you do a good job, there's a chance the client will release the funds to you within days, which you can then transfer to your PayPal account. Alternatively, you can pick up very large jobs and require clients to make a deposit of, say, 30% on acceptance of your bid. This means that you'll get 30% of the project's full cost as soon as you're hired, which you can immediately transfer to your PayPal account and then deposit in your bank. The ultimate idea here is to make credible bids. You can do this by writing a proposal that is specifically tailored to the project rather than just writing something generic. You can also do this by submitting samples of your past relevant work, a copy of your resume, and anything else that might provide specific information to the client. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'll be talking about where to post your service for freelancing gigs. The first stop for many freelancers are the various freelancing and outsourcing sites. Here are some freelancing sites to try. There are quite a few of them you can try, but you'll be facing a lot of competition from all around the globe. Some people are writing articles for as little as 50 cents each on these sites. The quality is horrible at that price, but they still manage to get the work. Another great way to get work is on the various internet marketing forums. Here are some of the forums you can try to find freelance work. These forums are full of successful marketers who need freelance services. It can be pretty hard to find a good, reliable freelancer, so they'll be more willing to give you a chance. You can also get slightly better prices than you can on the freelance sites. Remember, don't go spamming these forums with offers. You'll need to follow their rules, and you may need to pay to post an ad to get business. But paying $10 or $20 is a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of money you can make from a single offer. But I'll be further explaining on two of the freelance sites specifically in this video course. The Upwork.com and Fiverr.com are the largest and most globalized freelance platforms where most freelancers and clients frequent and seek for freelance jobs and services. Upwork.com. Most freelance services like voiceover, graphic design, virtual assistant can be found on this site. With over 1.5 million clients, Upwork, formerly Odesk, offers something for every type of freelancer. With over 1.5 million clients, Upwork, formerly Odesk and Elance, offers something for every type of freelancer. It accommodates both short and long-term projects, hourly or project-based work, to entry and expert-level engagements. Regardless of what possession or skills you're offering, Upwork is likely to have it for you. The steps to navigating your way in Upwork are pretty simple. Just simply sign up for an account on the site and you can browse through thousands of job postings. It's made simple as you can search by category based on your skills and fill out applications for anything you find relevant. If you get interviewed or hired, you can track your hours or project status on Upwork and then get paid directly through the site. Here are some ways to increase your chances of landing a job. 1. Fill out your entire profile with samples and references. Clients may contact you about jobs, so you need to make your profile as enticing as possible. 2. Take multiple tests. You'll have to take the Upwork readiness test before you can apply for jobs, but then you should take others related to your skills. This shows clients that you can really do the work. 3. Link a withdrawal option to your account. This takes a long time to set up, so you should get it going while you work on your first project. 4. Include a cover letter for every job you apply to. Do the same just as you would do for a regular 9-to-5 gig. Explain your profession or skill. Fiverr.com is a good place to start to build your freelance empire. Sometimes looking for a platform to present your services can be the most difficult thing for a freelancer. Connection is all a freelancer needs, and Fiverr has created this platform for you. This is a place where everyone can be connected to search for the services they need. Fiverr is a marketplace where people can offer their services starting at a cost of $5. The concept of Fiverr is straightforward. As a seller, remember this 4-step procedure. Communicate with the client, accept the gig or send them a custom offer, deliver the gig, complete the order. How to use Fiverr? Fiverr is extremely easy to navigate and use. The website design is clean and clear that even first-timers can understand the concept easily in no time at all. First of all, signing up for a Fiverr account is free of charge. Go to their website, then click on Join to sign up for the account. As mentioned, enter your email and set up the password. Or you can connect Fiverr to your Facebook or Google account without creating a new account. The whole process is extremely easy. It's not necessary to fill in any other information unless you want to customize your profile manually. After that, you'll receive a confirmation email from Fiverr. Activate your account through the email. Once you've completed the activation, you can start selling on Fiverr. Aside from that, you'll need to have your own PayPal account. PayPal is the main payment method that is accepted by Fiverr. If you already own one, link it to your Fiverr account. If you don't have one, it's time to create one. Don't worry about the fee. Remember, PayPal is free. Hello and welcome. Thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'll be talking about how to get clients to hire you as a freelancer. Now that you've locked down the types of jobs you can do and where to offer your skills as a freelancer, it's time to teach you how to get clients to hire you. This is usually where people make their mistakes and ruin their potential of getting hired. You can't just sign up on any freelancing sites, respond to a job request and say, "Hey there, I can do that, hire me." You need to present yourself in a professional manner, and you must make the initiative to contact them first. Don't just sit around and wait for clients to come to you. Every freelancing site may have their different ways of processing your job application, but they all have something in common: your proposal or offer. Whether it's done through the site or responding to an email or anything else, you're going to submit a proposal to the person looking to hire someone for the job. So that's the first thing I'm going to cover. Keep in mind that there are so many different types of freelancing assignments. So I'll have to keep this as generic as possible because there's no way to write a proposal that fits perfectly for every type of job there is out there. So listen to the following proposal and adapt it to the job that you're looking to apply for. A normal job description you might come across on freelancing sites would kind of read like this: looking for somebody to write 10 articles on internet marketing. Topics desired are as such. Must be at least 500 words each. Please submit your qualifications and your rate. And this is how you should respond professionally. Introduce yourself, state your profession, what you have been doing, show them your best sample work so they can evaluate if you're fit for the job, tell them your charging rate, give them a specific price. If you're very confident with your skills and want to make sure they're willing to hire you for your rate, you can include the below reasoning to convince them that your work is worth that price. Then tell them how to contact you. The reply method will depend on how the site works. It could be a member ID, a member name, or your personal email. Just follow the instructions on the site. That's how you reply to a job request. If you present yourself in a professional manner, you'll win a lot more bids that way. So the key to landing yourself a job on freelancing sites is to simply pursue nonstop. The internet is so big, and the amount of freelancer offerings is unlimited. You just have to be full game on and put yourself out there so clients will notice you and hire you for your skills. The key is simple: go out there, present yourself every day until you get hired. Go on to all the freelancing sites and search for relevant job postings, find those that you're interested to work for, and send in your application as many as you can daily. It's a numbers game after all, and the more frequently you appear to their eyes, the higher your chances that someone will find you the right fit for their job. You just need to be really aggressive, not in the way that will offend or annoy someone. Don't sound overconfident, just be aggressive in your posting. Offer yourself on a daily basis at every possible job offer you can find on all freelancing sites. You can also send frequent reminders. Bottom line is to be persistent but not pushy. If you don't hear back from someone that you don't know very well, you should give them a week to respond before you send a polite follow-up. Your message should sound something like this: "Hi, a week ago I sent you this really awesome idea and I wanted to follow up and see if you're interested in pursuing it further. I'd be happy to chat about it in more detail. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks." Always keep it very short and to the point. People are busy, especially editors of larger blogs or publications, and more often than not, they don't respond because they're busy. Sometimes all they need is that little nudge. A reminder to respond to that email was somehow buried among all the rest. And sometimes sending a simple reminder shows that you want something bad enough and that you're really committed to that request. Lastly, follow up with clients. This is something so many freelancers fail to do, and it kills more business than you can possibly imagine. After completing the assignments, most freelancers simply thank the customer for their business and they move on. They think that just because they did such a great job for the customer, they're going to be contacting them for more work. In many cases, that doesn't happen. After completing the project, ask the customer what's their future plans. Ask him if he thinks he's going to need more work. Remind him to give you a shout if he does. There's an old saying, out of sight, out of mind. And trust me, once you're out of sight, you're so out of that person's mind, he may even forget you did the work for him. Keep the relationship going, but make sure to keep things professional at all times. Hello, welcome and thank you for choosing this video course. In this video, I'm going to guide you step by step on how to set up your very own eBay account, as well as your eBay store. When it comes to setting up your very own eBay account, it's as easy as setting up your own social media account. Before we jump into setting up your eBay account, there are two types of accounts that you need to know of from the start, which is the personal account and the business account. There are two means to determine if you should go with a personal or business. If eBay is all new to you, start with a personal account first. If your business blooms, you can consider stepping up into the business account without any loss of previous transaction history. If you already have an established retail or online business, you can straight out go for the business account. That being said, if you start your very first online business and you've decided to opt for business account, make sure your business is set up legally. That means that you register your business name with your state and abide to the state's law regarding sales tax collection. Compared to business accounts, there are several advantages to it. If you have an established company, you can register using your company name, which would be displayed in all communication with your buyers, such as invoices and emails. If you're based in countries under the European Union, you can provide the value-added tax (VAT) percentage to buyers when you list up your item. Additionally, you can receive net invoices for the selling fees from eBay by providing eBay with VAT identification number. Other than that, there will be tax advantages, but it's best to check with your accountant or your legal advisor. You may still be asking yourself, should I still register as a business account? There are several simple factors to determine if setting up a business account is the right path for you. If your business model is based on what's listed below, it's a good thing for you to start up a business account so that you can sell items that you have bought to resell, sell items you've produced yourself, sell a large amount of items on a regular basis, sell new items that you bought but don't use personally, buy items for your business. Now, if you have determined which account to use, let's kick things off with your seller account. Please ensure your key information such as name, address, and phone are correct. Other than that, there are two aspects that you need to specify as well, which are selecting your automatic payment method for paying your seller fees and eBay money-back guarantee reimbursements. On the home page, there are links to sign in or register. Left-click on Register to begin setting up an account. This will take you to a screen where you're required to enter your personal information. You will be required to key in your email twice and a password. Once you've done that, you are required to key in your first and last name followed by your phone number depending on which country you're based in. Click to continue to head back to the home page, or you can customize your own username or choose from the names suggested below before you proceed to save. To sign up for a business account, click on the Business Accounts section below. You will be directed to this page where you're required to fill up your business information and business contact information. Next, we'll be entering the verification code shown above, which is a 6-digit number. Left-click the box icon beside I agree to the following to indicate that you have agreed to the user agreement and privacy policy before clicking Continue. To change your account from personal to business, scroll to the top left bar and hover to pop up the Account section and select Account Settings. On the next page, click Edit to change the account type. Key in your business name and proceed to complete the process by clicking Change to Business Account. eBay offers 3 types of selling features for you to manage your sales, and they are accessible from your eBay account page. My eBay. My eBay helps you manage individual sales, and it's exceptionally useful for beginning sellers. The selling tool is practically free, and it's already a default tool under your eBay account at the Selling section. Selling Manager. Selling Manager helps you handle multiple sales in less time. Through this tool, you can manage listings, track sales, and perform common post-sales tasks such as handling feedback, email, payments, and shipping. There are no fees required, and you can subscribe to it for free. Selling Manager Pro. Selling Manager Pro handles a bigger volume of products and sales to save time, and it includes the entire feature from the default Selling Manager, plus the capability to automate common sales tasks, track inventory, as well as storing reusable listing templates. Upon subscribing to the feature, you will be given a free 30-day trial for first-time subscribers before a monthly subscription is charged for $15.99 to your eBay account and will appear on your monthly invoice. To fully utilize and manage your seller's account, it is best to change your default My eBay tool to the Selling Manager tool, as it helps you with streamlining and optimizing the way you can sell your items. To subscribe to the Selling Manager, scroll to the top left bar and hover to pop up the Account section and select Account Settings. Click the Subscription section and you will head to this Feature Picture page and scroll to eBay Selling Manager and click to subscribe to Selling Manager. This is the Selling Manager subscription page where you can choose your subscription level between the free version and the pro version. Once you've confirmed choosing the Selling Manager, which is free, proceed to the Continue button to confirm the changes. After you key in all your personal details, you'll need to determine an automatic payment method for your selling fees. You may be wondering, what is a selling fee? Basically, anything you're selling on eBay, you are required to factor a certain amount of fee depending on what kind of item you're selling. Your selling fee essentially is used for enlisting selling items into the list. If there is any chance you'd like to change your payment method, it can be done at any time by following the method here. 1. Go to My eBay. 2. Click the Account tab. 3. In the Payment Methods for Seller Fees section, click the Change Automatic Payment Method link and then make your selection. 4. Follow the on-screen instructions. Moreover, you can also make a one-time payment option which allows eBay to collect your selling fee from your credit card or bank account, only when you choose. You can choose from one of the following payment methods. 1. PayPal. 2. Direct debit. 3. Credit card. That being said, you can make your one-time payment, which is a manual, non-recurring payment option, where you authorize eBay to collect a payment from your credit card or bank account at any time by following the method below. 1. Go to My eBay. You may be asked to sign in. 2. Click the Account tab. 3. Under Payment Methods for Seller Fees, click the one-time payment link and follow the on-screen instructions. Just like a physical store or a web store, eBay Store is a comprehensive e-commerce solution that helps you get more out of the eBay marketplace and the millions of buyers worldwide who shop on eBay. With the eBay Store, you can gain exclusive marketing and merchandising tools along with customization features to make your eBay Store outstanding to gain the trust of your customers. Things to note about having an eBay Store is that you need to have a seller account with your credit card on file. Moreover, you need to have a PayPal account up and verified as well. After you've successfully opened up your eBay Store, you should be prompted to subscribe to the eBay Store by choosing a subscription level based on your personal needs. When it comes to deciding which to subscribe to, the basic store is the best option if you are new or inexperienced with online business. Moreover, if eBay is a new platform for you to conduct e-commerce business, it's best to choose the monthly subscription to test out the market before considering using eBay as a long-term online business site. Once you've keyed in your desired store name, click Continue to proceed to the order page details before proceeding to confirm your monthly subscription to the basic eBay store. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video. Now that you're all set with setting up an eBay account, the next big step is finding the products to sell. Generally, anything is sellable on eBay, but of course there are certain items that are prohibited in eBay. There are only 3 simple steps to determine what product you want to sell. 1. Do your own research on the market segment that you're interested in. 2. Look for manufacturers or wholesalers that can reliably dropship products for you. 3. Choose several viable products to sell that conform to your selected niche market. That being said, these 3 steps are highly significant, and it's best to follow them through instead of skipping them. When it comes to conducting research, you need to have a careful planning and research at each step. In doing so, you can easily avoid most of the common pitfalls of dropship selling. Dropshipping is basically acting as the distributed sales force for manufacturers and wholesalers who either cannot or don't wish to act as retailers. All you have to do is being a virtual distributor, whereas the rest of tasks, such as handling the physical order fulfillment and shipping, are done by the manufacturers. To kick things off, you should start with a select few items that you have carefully chosen so that you won't find yourself in an overwhelming position with auction fees before you even actually start selling anything. Furthermore, it's easier for you to evaluate the feasibility of each item on a small scale before you start expanding towards other products. When it comes to choosing your dropshipping partner to work with, spend more time in narrowing down to the list of best partners with the best possible deal. Any dropshipping partner that's approved by eBay is quite reliable to choose from, but you'll find that their entire product catalog is well represented on eBay by a number of other dropshippers. Once you've found the right company that's willing to do dropship work with you, find out how long they've been in the business and how long they've been doing dropshipping for clients. There are great deals to be had by buying products abroad, especially in countries in Asia, and having them shipped directly to your country. There are setbacks, of course, like dealing with foreign countries due to international shipping and custom regulations, but generally most eBay dropshippers suggested avoid using foreign suppliers entirely. The least you could do to offset your compromises is look for special deals with foreign partners, but limit the bulk of your goods to domestic wholesalers. Through this method, you'll be able to not only take advantage of some truly fantastic deals with what is typically less expensive merchandise, but you'll also be able to keep up with other companies through contacts and trade publications when your domestic companies are no longer capable of offering you some of your best-selling choices. Basically, there are only two basic types of source for drop-shipped goods. Manufacturers. Manufacturers are able to supply the same goods yearly at wholesale prices, but not as low as bulk pricing unless you convert your business model or sign a special contract if you find yourself with a good, reliable selling item that you're keen on continuing to carry. Closeout sellers and liquidators. For closeout sellers and liquidators, you may be able to get the best deal, but they're not renewable and they probably won't give you a very good deal at all. The quality of the items offered may not be up to par, and the chances are slim that you'll be able to send back defective or low-quality goods. In eBay, there are a variety of items that are available from the private sellers. That being said, niche markets are the optimum way to compete in this very crowded eBay marketplace. The best way to determine a niche is a product that is not widely available at your local retail store, including such online retailers as Amazon or Shopify. Usually, people that have a niche with a good knowledge of the products often have a good head start. If you don't have a good niche to start with, search for categories that have only a few listings in your local area. Especially lucrative are product sectors that can be served by small local outfits that are often selling at a very high profit. The market in itself is pretty much saturated throughout the years, but they're not entirely out of line, as there may still be suitable niches out there for different consumer electronic categories, but they may still be harder to come by. Even though there are several target markets out there to choose from, be prepared to compete with other wholesalers, which means that your prices will have to be lower than your competitors. These items are applied to different categories ranging from craft-making supplies to photography equipment and to just about everything else in between. You can even supply raw materials for projects, plans, and patterns for crafting items, finished products, or even ebook guides on how to make money from a given hobby. To focus on this particular niche of items, you need to absolutely fill that niche completely to make your store more appealing for customers and their desire to visit your store. There are various items that can be formed into a collectibles item, even if the items are not in the best shape. There are still people more than willing to fork out money to purchase them. Generally, there are well-known collectible markets out there for such items as dolls, figurines, and even stuffed animals. In eBay, collectible items are usually very well present, and they have become collectors' go-to areas to search for. This is generally the go-to option for drop shippers, since many trades have a very specific niche for the materials and tools. Furthermore, there's a high chance to have a specialized trade publication that is highly valuable source of information about wholesalers and manufacturers that could have gone through with local distributors that charge an excessive amount to carry the manufacturer's unique product. If you take the opportunity to contact manufacturers and inquire about the dropship opportunities, you may find yourself in the chance to serve markets that have single distributors that they have overlooked even without undercutting their pricing. Not to be confused with the media from the local or international media that delivers news to the public. Media refers to items such as books, movies, and music that are sold on eBay. This niche, especially electronics, is pretty saturated, but there are still specific niches out there which can be pretty uncommon, especially in countries that do not have access to it. Dropshipping on eBay has become a staple technique in eBay, and it's in your best interest to try this method out. Hopefully, this guide will help you with determining what to sell on eBay through dropshipping. Good luck! Hello, welcome, and thanks for choosing this video. When it comes to selling stuff on eBay, most sellers would have the business mindset of the more you have on your list, the more you can sell. What you didn't know is that there's more to eBay than meets the eye. There is so much more you can do with eBay instead of selling stuff from your own list. That being said, let me share with you several strategies that you can do to sell stuff that you don't even have to entirely own it to sell it out. Perhaps one of the most basic ways and the most applied way of making money on eBay by sellers, which is selling collectibles, antiques, and memorabilia in specific categories on eBay for the highest market prices. Generally, any eBay seller out there that sells collector's items is usually well-versed with what they're selling because it could be their hobby or interest. This is the part where you should start, and that's where you will make the most money using this strategy. Do more in-depth reading in your field to widen your knowledge and get as much good reference material and price guides as you can. Now, if you have sufficient knowledge and experience in the items, what can you do to maximize your income selling antiques, collectibles, and memorabilia on eBay? If you're listing items for sale using eBay's provided selling form, you're actually losing money here. What you should do is get an eBay listing software and save each listing you make. Through this method, when you're ready to sell the same item or similar item again, all you have to do is press a couple of keys to list. Check out Shooting Star software now to list auctions and track post-auction management, which is available at this site, www.foodogssoftware.com. This software allows you to save every listing on your hard drive, and it includes free auction counters. Moreover, this software allows you to make unlimited listings, not just on eBay, but on other e-commerce sites as well, such as Amazon. There are various softwares out there today for you to try out ever since auction selling has become popular in the internet. Generally, any software company out there will offer 30 days before you have to buy or register, which is good. There's also software out there that is offered free, but the features certainly cannot be compared to paid software. Now, that being said, search and try out the software and see which one complements well with you. When I state how to sell stuff you don't own, what it really means is selling other people's stuff, such as antiques, collectibles, or even other eBay sellers' items for a percentage of the hammer price. You can handle tasks such as determining the best photo to use, creating the descriptions of the listed item, handling the transaction, and shipping process. To earn back the effort that you put out, you can charge for 10 to 20% or more of the hammer price after cutting down the eBay fees. You can use the net listing where the owner says to you, all I want to get out of this sale is $50. You can keep whatever you get over that. The low minimum bid method may not work in this situation, and you'll probably require making it a reserve auction, or kickstart the auction at $60, that's 50 plus 20%, with no reserve. If it fails to sell, make sure you get a refund for eBay's listing fees or get them up front from the owner. A short contract between you and the owner is essential. An attorney will be more than willing to help you put one together that you can use. Use it over and over again by photocopying it and filling in the details with every new client. Check with your attorney before doing this to prevent any legal problems from occurring. There shouldn't be many problems with doing this, and there are people out there who practice it and make lots of money not just for himself but for the clients as well. It's pretty much a win-win situation between you and the owner. All you have to offer is your technical expertise, and the owner provides the merchandise. It's as simple as that. To find a client, all you need to do is search eBay Seller ID. Top Cat to see his or her listings. 99% of the items he or she is selling are on consignment from other antique dealers. Arbitrage is basically a method used in the stock market by big players who search for price discrepancies from a single market to another. This method is even repurposed and applied in the eBay marketplace. All you need to practice this method is to specialize in the item you desire to sell. Add depth to your knowledge, read more books, study anything related to your field. That way you see the item, you understand all the features from top to bottom compared to other sellers out there that provide an overview explanation or a description of the item. From there, you can turn around and sell the item on eBay Gain for a nice profit due to the fact you fully understand its true value, comprehensive description of the item, better quality pictures with various angles of the item, instilling great confidence to the bidders that you know what you're selling. That's basically what eBay arbitrage strangle is. What you should do to take opportunity of the eBay's market on the buying side of the trade. Create a list of search items that will help you seek out items that you're interested in. Take, for instance, when you search for a limited edition gaming mouse. Always have a list of terms in a text file on your computer, and all you have to do is copy and paste the keywords into eBay's search window. When you're coming up with a list of items, use terms that a person who's familiar with what they have listed would use. For example, the limited edition gaming mouse, search on limited edition glow-in-the-dark mouse. Always make your search terms obvious. Once you've found an item that you know you can make a profit out of it, bid early and enter the highest bid you're willing to pay. Do not ever go back and enter another bid. That's a straight path to losing your money. If you get it at your preferred price or better, good. If not, the item goes beyond your highest determined price, just forget it and move on to the next item. It's very easy to have bids on 50 to 100 items at one time. If you win 10 or 20 out of 100, you're actually doing very well. When it comes to searching for certain items that are not sold at retail stores, your best bet is to look for it at the local auction house or during an online search. That being said, let's look into what kind of places you should keep an eye out. Yard sales, a great place to buy cheap and rare items. Generally, you don't have to spend much time looking for auction merchandise at yard sales unless you're looking to buy conventional items. Rummage sales, similar to yard sales, but they are run by NGO. Charitable fundraising sales and auctions. These sales are run by volunteers of an organization who are trying to raise money. Most of the items are donated to the organization, where the items are priced and tagged before auctioning. Estate sales, usually conducted when the estate wants to get rid of old items to pay off outstanding debts or just to cash in the items. The Salvation Army, reasonable place to look for eBay merchandise, and they are reasonably priced occasionally. Used bookstores, generally when certain books do not make any sales and they're just eating up storage space while trying to stock in new books, store owners would usually sell it for below the market price. This is a great opportunity to snag some books that are highly sought after in the market if you have knowledge of it. Mail order sources. There are various booksellers and glass dealers and other antique dealers out there who would only do business by mail. Get on as many mailing lists and ask for as many catalogs as you can. There will always be bargains from time to time, and it's generally worth getting the catalogs even if you never buy anything, because they offer important market information and description of the items. $1 stores. Yes, $1, but the items are either books or merchandise. New stores. You can find good stock in new stores at the main sales table. At times, the items such as closeouts or specials can be bargain. At times, the item once purchased are not returnable. Shows and fairs, generally run by associations in which members of the organizations can display their items. Usually, they hold them at large halls at places such as a university, hotel, or convention center, or even an auditorium. The Internet. Pretty much the only place that you can find any item that you search for. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, we're going to talk about the solo ads business. So what does it mean by solo ads? Curious? Let's dive in and know more about it. Solo ads, also called email marketing, It is a business tool that enables you to communicate with your staff, your suppliers, and your customers by sending out emails. When considering a definition for email marketing, there are a number of ways to define it, from the broad to the specific. Here are some key components to what a successful email marketing campaign does. Direct mail. Emails that are sent directly to current and potential customers. Retention email. Frequent and regular emails are sent out to current customers. Email-placed ads. Marketing ads are placed within emails sent by others. Let's look further at each of these components. Direct emails. It is a call to action on the part of the customer. Let's say you receive an email from a business. You may or may not have heard from them, and you may have never signed up for any of their email lists. Businesses can obtain these lists by buying them. Either way, the business sees you as a potential customer and wants to entice you with a good deal. You may even have done business with them before, and they want to do business once more by offering something you might be interested in, or a better deal than before. The purpose of direct emails is to be promotional. They might offer you a product or service, or they ask you to sign up for something. Potential customers are more likely to get these types of emails. Retention emails. Retention emails are the equivalent of printed newsletters. While still promotional in nature, retention emails attempt to retain customer loyalty by offering the customer something. This could range anywhere from coupons to up-to-date news on the latest products. These types of emails are sent out on a regular basis. It could be a weekly or monthly basis, but usually the business tries to send out emails weekly to retain customer interest. Email-placed ads. Another way to do solo ads is to get some advertisement space with another email. Many times businesses that send out retention emails reserve space for other businesses to place their advertisement. This can be beneficial for you as a business, especially if you have studied the demographic that you're marketing to and the potential customers you could gain. Knowing what other types of businesses your potential customers go to and listen to is a great advantage because it allows you to strategically place your ads in emails and get clicks. It is also a benefit for the business with which you have had an ad placed because they'll know that their emails are being read, and they can also do a bit of analytic work to determine where their customers are clicking. Simply put, yes, email marketing works. Of course, there is the stigma of spam that keeps people wondering whether or not email marketing is still effective. Email marketing, just like other forms of internet marketing such as social media marketing, it is fast-paced and must be adapted. As you can see, many companies put quite an investment in their email marketing campaigns. They're willing to spend the money because they've seen the return on their investment. Your email marketing campaign can also be monitored once you've sent out the emails to customers, both current and potential. The data can be analyzed in a number of ways, including web analytics, downloads, search inquiries, and visits to promotional events and offline stores. The growing complexity of today's email marketing has created a deeper need to carefully consider the creative aspects of your email messages. While the need for quality and effective design has always existed from a pure marketing standpoint, challenges that are unique to the email space require a different look at creative from the perspective of accomplishing specific goals via email. This module introduces several critical parameters that could be given creative consideration and provides tactics to optimize creative for maximum results. The facts. Research that analyzes how people view emails indicates marketers have 3 seconds to catch readers' interest. That's a limited amount of time to make an impression, inspire readers to keep reading, and get them to complete your desired action. Compound that data with additional research that suggests readers keep at most 8 brands in their inbox at one time, and it's clear that the need for great creative is paramount to your email marketing success. Dimensions. Another consideration is the width of your email messages. Depending on screen resolutions, the email message that fits nicely on your screen may require horizontal scrolling on someone else's screen. Besides the annoyance factor, if any of your important content is hidden by the scroll, your readers may miss it and not read further. If you keep the width to 600 pixels or smaller, the vast majority of readers will see your full message within their screen. although it is possible to use a variable width instead of a fixed width to accommodate all resolutions. Variable widths do not hold items static within the message. Text and images will slide back and forth across the screen to accommodate screen size. Variable width email messages are not recommended. Images. Images are obviously an important aspect of your design as they draw interest and help communicate your message. So the bigger the better, right? Well, not necessarily. There are several factors to consider when using large images. One is load time. Large images take more time to download than smaller images. While a growing number of Internet users connect to the Internet with broadband, you'll certainly annoy and possibly lose the interest of someone with a slower connection who has to wait for your images to download. One way around this is to slice a large image into smaller images. Another aspect to consider is how your email message will look to someone who has images disabled in their email client. If you don't have any text above the fold and your reader has images disabled, all they will see when they first open or preview your message is a large gray box. For readers to even view your message, you're relying on them to take an action and enable images to be downloaded. If readers don't have a compelling reason to do so, they may very easily discard your message without reading it. Let's continue to the remaining parameters. Rich media. Advances in online media technology have enabled you to do some pretty cool things on the web. For instance, flash-embedded video and audio. But do these technologies transfer to the email marketing world? In some cases, they might. The important step in determining whether to use rich media in email is to take a close look at your audience. Will they be able to view Flash? And if they are they more likely to respond to Flash? If the answer to both of these questions is yes, then it certainly makes sense to test. However, you'll find that being able to view Flash and other rich media consistently in different email clients is not common. Flash is not supported in many email clients. Specifically, Microsoft Outlook 2007 does not support Flash or video. Even with email clients that do support rich media, your audience may not yet be ready to receive this new technology via email, and using it could affect response rates. Another factor to consider is the ability to track activity generated by rich media. Landing page considerations. Getting readers to click on links in your email is your first goal. Your second goal is to convert those clicks into a desired action. Increase your conversions with a well-designed landing page. Although this is not a module about landing pages, we'll list a few things to keep in mind when designing your landing page. Match the message and elements of your landing page with your email message. For best results, repeat the headline from your email message at the top of your landing page. This gives visitors a feeling of familiarity and comfort. It tells them that they've arrived at the right place. Create a single path to your offer. Your landing page needs to be designed to prevent visitors from wandering away from the path you want them to take. Therefore, eliminate unneeded elements, such as links to other resources, navigation bars, etc. Keep visitors focused on completing the desired action. Viral opportunities. A recent survey by Sharp Partners found that almost 90% of adult Internet users share content with others via email, and the respondents are forwarding frequently. 3 out of 5 said they shared content at least once a week, and 25% reported doing so even more frequently. Encourage your readers to do the same by providing a clearly visible "Forward to a Friend" button in your email. The most common placement for this is the top right corner. If your emails are business-to-business in nature, use "Forward to a Colleague." This also allows you to track how many people are forwarding your email and to know who your top supporters are. Optimizing email creative is both an art and a science. It should also be a never-ending process. Our best recommendation for optimizing the creative for your email messages is to take a close look at your messages and try to implement a few of the areas noted. After you've made some changes, track the results and optimize a few more areas. It's better to make progress in small, manageable steps than to wait and plan for a long-term change that never comes to fruition. If examined on a regular basis, email creative can be a major contributor to the growth and success of your email marketing efforts. Hello, Welcome and thanks for choosing this video. When it comes to finding vendors, most people would use Facebook as the main platform. This is due to the fact that it's so much easier to stay connected, not only just to the vendors, but other buyers as well. Not to mention, it's even more convenient to determine which vendors have the right niche of subscribers that suits your solo ad campaign. Let's jump into the module, shall we? Compared to using Google search or solo ad membership sites, Facebook group is perhaps one of the best mediums for you to find the most compatible solo ad vendor for you. It's also a great platform for both buyers and solo ad vendors to provide or gain first impression of a vendor. Through these groups, you gain access to other users' comments and the results they have gained from the solo ad vendors. That being said, there are various subgroups you can find in Facebook, and it's pretty easy to find a group. Now, to find a group, there are several keywords that you can use to find certain groups. 1. Testimonial. 2. Marketplace. 3. Traffic. 4. Traffic directory. 5. Group. 6. Tested. 7. Online market. These are the select few top keywords that are used to search for solo ad groups. Even though there are various groups to join, there are two things that you need to keep an eye out for. Firstly, to determine whether the group is still active or not. This is to ensure the group is still consistently getting updated from other members about solo ad vendors regarding feedback and status. Generally, smaller subgroups are the ones that potentially end up losing steam and go inactive. But it's best to check the group's latest posting through the timeline section. Secondly, go through the timeline posts to see the posting environment. What I'm trying to say is that any drama or conflicts being posted, spam or irrelevant posts, and toxic negative comments. If any of these issues are present in the group, it's best to move on and find the next group. Generally, most groups with administrators or moderators would do their job to moderate the group, and that's a good group to join in on. Even though most of the testimonials posts are positive, a majority of the posts are mostly done by other solo ad vendors and not the buyers. It's widely practiced by new vendors if they want to build reputation the fastest and easiest way. Chances are their list may even be similar to other vendors out there that help out each other as well. Generally, it's not a bad thing, but their list may become saturated instead of being a niche list of subscribers. If you're aiming for a niche list of subscribers, look for new vendors as their lists are not saturated with other solo ad vendors. You can easily determine it by their testimonials, the quantity of their sales, or even their referrals. That being said, you can still opt for mainstay vendors, especially those with positive reviews from various people's testimonies. I can't exactly point out each and every group due to the fact that there are tons of Facebook groups out there to join. The least I can do is recommend several groups that you should join. Solo Ad Testimonials, one of the groups with the highest amount of members, with over 26,000, so it's easier for you to find the right vendor that suits your niche. Other groups such as Solo Ads and Ad Swaps and ClickBank Testimonials are part of the groups with higher amounts of members, reaching over 10,000 as well. Even though groups with high amount of members could potentially widen your exposure for your ads, the results may still vary depending if the subscribers are compatible. If you're looking for a close-knit group with group members that only have over several thousand members or less, it may prove to be fruitful to you if you manage to get the right vendor. Check out Solo Ads Empire if you're looking for a private group instead. Besides looking for the right groups and vendors, the most important aspect when being part of a group is to abide to the group's rules and regulations. When it comes to posting, always follow the format that's been regulated for member posts, and only post certain content that is allowed depending on the group, such as testimonials or buying clicks only. Moreover, any post that requires in-depth details, such as funnel clicks or clicks banked, is required to be stated. Furthermore, always ensure the group rules regarding posting certain unrelated posts, such as clicks for sale, bank clicks, or affiliate links, is allowed or not. When it comes to post frequency, find out how many posts are allowed in a certain day or time frame to determine if a member is considered a spam or not. But posting for members are only limited to a single post per day. Last but not least, check any vendors that you're interested to conduct business with, either through the administrators or just checking out their blacklisted members page. just to ensure the vendor is not a scammer or a fraud. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video. Have you ever thought about where and who I can choose the solo ad vendors? Most of the time, people would usually opt for the top solo ad vendors, but in fact, the proper way to find the best solo ad vendor is the one that suits you. So, without further ado, let's start our module. When it comes to finding the right solo ads vendors to help you with email advertising, chances are you'll find yourself not getting the results you expected to find. In this case, most of the time, you'll realize that the promises that the vendors provided are not 100% certain that they would deliver. With the growing trend of using solo ads, the market's pretty much filled with various solo ads vendors, which are either new or old. Moreover, the policy is pretty much conducted through advanced payment for their services with no refund policy. And in this case, assuming your solo ads did not work out, you'll find yourself losing a whole lot of money. Now the key question is, how do I find the right players to run my solo ads? First of all, you need to find a vendor that has a list of subscribers that fills in your niche. Generally, any solo ad vendors out there have their very own personal sales page or a Facebook page to keep in touch with their subscribers. That being said, how do you exactly find them? Now, there are three ways for you to find them. One is through Google search, Facebook groups, and solo ad membership sites. With Google search, you could search for your niche plus solo ads. Even though it takes 1 to 2 steps to finding a solo ad vendor, it still isn't recommended to rely 100% off the top 3 search results and what the vendors offer from their sales pages. The second method you could try is Facebook groups. Similar to Google search, just type in solo ads in the search field and you'll find them. Compared to Google search results, you'll see that the Facebook groups results shows that the solo ad vendors are testified based on the Facebook group community members. This is one of the best ways to gain results on how good the vendor is with his or her subscribers. The third and last method you could try out is solo ad membership sites. There are various sites that you can sign up for, whether you want to buy, sell solo ads, or do both. You can try out solochecker.com, which is free, and you may just find yourself several top vendors suited for your business there. Most of the vendors offer solo ads at an affordable price compared to their actual price shown on their sales page, and most of the time they can deliver the clicks at the same day within several hours. Now that being said, the results may affect traffic you'll get, and it's quite hard to stay in touch with the sellers before booking your solo ad. Moreover, there are chances that the vendors at Solo Checker will not stick around with the business in a long-term basis. Additionally, there will be blacklisted vendors there that conduct fake traffic, so it's best to check through all the essential details with any particular vendors that you do so desire to conduct business with. Another site that you could consider is the Udemy.com site, which you can buy and sell solo ads. Moreover, Udemy, they offer ad swaps and clickbanking services, which is a great thing if you already have a list of subscribers. Most important, always be wary when searching for solo ad vendors and check through all the necessary details. The TrafficMonopoly.com, which is a relatively new site, is also a good choice to search for solo ad vendors. You can even get good discounts from premium solo ad vendors as well. Compared to other membership sites, they have a contract with over 90 top solo ad vendors, and you can get a lifetime for only a single payment, which is a great benefit. This is a crucial step to ensure the solo ad vendor is legit and still active, as it has been known there are fake solo ad vendors out there, as well as inactive ones. There are several aspects that you must look into before you could come into a conclusion if the vendor is good. First, are those testimonials legitimate or fake? Are they from their sales page or through Facebook group posts and comments? Most important is checking out the video testimonials, as they're not exactly an easy way for vendors to fake those. Secondly, are the testimonials old or recently updated? Has anyone ever received sales? What are the terms and conditions? Can you use your own email swipe? Lastly, do they add new subscribers to their list daily? Now, when it comes to contacting solo ad vendors, there are only 2 aspects that you need to go through to decide if he or she is the right vendor for your business. First and foremost, always use their preferable way to contact them. Usually, they would have contact info listed at the bottom of their sales page. Generally, solo ad vendors prefer to get contacted through Skype messaging, which is a really good way to converse in real-time conversation without the need to waste time waiting for a reply, be it through email or social media chat messages. The second aspect is to ask questions. Just like conducting an interview, the three main points that you must cover is their speed of delivery, cost per click, and their tier type traffic. You can find the answer to these three main points at their sales page. If they don't, feel free to ask them. Always ask questions that determine if the solo ad vendor is suitable to help out with your business. This is to ensure if the solo ad vendor is able to accommodate to your solo ad campaign as well as your outcome for how many subscribers and front-end sales you'll gain. Now, that being said, it's best to get subscribers that are highly engaging into your mailing list. 1. How long have you been in the business? Similar to ice-breaking, you may come to understand more of his business background, as well as solidifying how long he or she has been in business, as well as his or her credibility. 2. Who is on your list? This allows you to come to understand if their list of subscribers actually complements your business or not. Cover all the specific details to ensure that his or her subscribers are the right market for you. 3. Did your subscribers double opt-in? This question will give you an indication whether his or her subscribers are responsive or not in terms of opening their emails. 4. Is your list built on paid traffic only? Assuming you're also running your own list of subscribers, if the solo ad vendor subscriber list is identical to yours, there is no other reason to run a business with the same traffic source. 5. Will my offer suit your list? Similar to question 2, but instead this question's directed towards his thoughts if your solo ad is compatible to his or her list. This is to build up more insight and perspective before you kickstart your solo ad campaign. 6. Do you add fresh leads daily? This is to determine if the vendors have added in any new leads into their sales page. Fresh leads that are added regularly will be able to prevent a saturated traffic. 7. Will you send to your list only? This is to reaffirm that the vendor's lists are actual people that would click to the email. 8. Do you use rotators? A very important question. This is to determine if the vendor is actually running any script that would redirect your original link to a different solo ad buyer landing page. 9. Will you send my swipe or your own? To have an even concrete proof that the vendor is not using a rotator, this question is to ensure the vendor is using your swipe, which you could sign up to their list. 10. Can I see the swipe you're going to use? I follow up to the question number 9 if the vendor does not show his or her swipe. This is a red flag for you to avoid buying from them. Chances are the vendor's not answering your question number 8 honestly. If the vendor shows you the swipe, you can improve the subject line of the first email in your sequence and landing page headline. This is to meet their expectations and use similar or exact words. Hello, welcome and thanks for choosing this video course. In this video, I'll be talking about mindset conditioning on how to raise emergency money. There are just a few things that you might want to tuck in the back of your mind for your freelancing productiveness. These are some aspects on how you can work with your mindset conditioning to ensure you do not experience burnout in the process of working to raise emergency money through freelancing. Having to raise emergency money. I know that you're either in a rather tough financial situation now or you're just out there wanting to get some extra cash. Regardless of your purpose, you should emphasize on being calm and less desperate. Your attitude affects how good or bad you will perform, and your performance will determine your results. What you believe in and how you feel strongly about things will influence the way you react to them. Having a positive mindset means acting in a positive way. For example, you send out 10 applications and got 10 rejections today. The same thing happens tomorrow. On the third day, you'll expect rejection again, and this belief will create a future of failure because you hang on to that losing attitude. It will form a psychological effect where you're expecting it to happen before it really does. Positive thinking really works wonders. When you feel good, you work well and create better results. It's like a giant wave that gives you only the good things in life. While you cannot avoid negative feedback and rejection, you can look at these objectively and use what you learn from it to keep on target. You learn fast from these failures so you can succeed faster. You just need to stay calm and continue hustling. It will eventually come to you. Like I mentioned before in the earlier video courses, freelancing is a numbers game. You just have to hustle hard in getting yourself out there to appeal to clients to hire you for jobs. When you first start off, it's nothing you can do to gain immediate project credibility as compared to other experienced freelancers. So if you want to compete, you have to do it along other margins, namely price and completion time. If you can offer lower prices and fast delivery times, there's a good chance you'll get selected every once in a while. Another important thing to keep in mind is that you will not be selected for most of the projects you bid on. In fact, when you start, you can expect to get rejected at least 75% of the time. Don't use this as a reason to give up. Instead, continue to post on all projects that seem reasonable given your skills, and get comfortable with the idea that you won't always be selected. As you complete more projects and get more feedback, your acceptance rate will improve. So when you start making money, save some to eventually build a real business. You can make some good money through working freelance. When things start to go well, you'll be making some money, probably way more than the emergency cash you wanted to earn initially. This is the golden time to expand your career. You can multiply the amount of money if you are determined to build a real business. Create a budget, both personal and business. You can seek advice on the expenses that people typically have freelancing in your area of interest and use that as a basis. Then save up accordingly. Build up a big fund to start your own business. If you follow through your budget planning and make serious cuts in your spending, along with diligently saving some money, you should now have a nice surplus of money coming in each month. Don't be tempted to spend it. Instead, sock it all away into a savings account. In fact, do it automatically. Instruct your bank to automatically transfer a healthy amount each week into a savings account on your behalf. A lot of freelancers start out small and eventually grow into working their very own business. The reason is simple, because they can and they make money. Freelancers work the same way as any other office workers. You work in front of the computer as well, sometimes even longer hours than normal office workers. And the best thing is you get to choose the assignment and take the amount of jobs you want. You can plan your finances accordingly and use the money for greater things. So remember, save up and you can start your own real business with fixed income or even more.
If you're seeing this right now, then I have a few guesses about you. You need to make money, you need to do it fast, and you don't have a lot of time. Or maybe you're tired and jaded by all the tall promises the gurus have been feeding you. That you can make a fortune online just pushing a few mouse clicks. Only to find out you've been sold the pipe dream. If this sounds like you right now, sorry to hear that. I totally understand your predicament. After all, it didn't feel like long ago I was in your shoes. What's worse, I was sucked dry of my own hard-earned money, and I struggled to make ends meet. So yes, everything you're going through right now, very few people understand it better than I do. But here's the good news though. I found the light at the end of the tunnel. First, we need to establish something very important just so we're on the same page. You see, the hard, cold truth is building a business requires money, hard work, and dedication. You can't just shortcut this process. And I suspect that's why most people fail in this business and give up. They underestimate and disrespect the process. So that leaves one final important question. Can you still make money fast? Because you have bills to pay, you have losses to recoup, you have mouths to feed and food to put on the table. What if the answer is still yes? You still can. If you want to start raising fast cash, I am going to show you how to do just that. That's why I named this crash course How to Raise Fast Cash. Because everyone is different, I share 4 totally unique cash raising methods you can use for your own. When I created How to Raise Fast Cash, the program was designed with the following in mind. No previous experience needed. No hefty investment or capital required. It's entirely ethical and easy to apply. Most importantly, anyone can do it. I'll be upfront, getting this won't cost you an arm and a leg, and it shouldn't. And as much a game changer this guide is, I think it makes little sense to charge an exorbitant fee. Not when you are looking for an opportunity to turn the tide. You don't need to have a product or website. In fact, if you've been discouraged by your past failures, that's okay. This is definitely for you. Just as important, I need to make a disclaimer. This probably won't get you $1 million, but my blueprint shows you how to raise the funds you need to seed your new venture, to pay your bills, and to fight another day. And if you can do just that, then I've done my job. So there you have it. Click now on the order button.